Good morning.
Morning.
Morning,
teacher.
Good morning. Good morning, teacher.
Now, yesterday we talked about
Yes, I have a boy. Yes.
yesterday we talked about the limits, and we said that the limit is like.
I have a boy. Yes. X.
Wait, please. I want to repeat here.
Whoa.
Yes, Mama. Hey. Look here now. Here now, you say that the difference between the limits and the function. We say that the function, it is the value of a point x, and when x, as an example, equal 2, when it's exactly 2. But when x is going to be too near 2, before 2, be greater than 2 or less than 2, we will use the limit. We will not use the function. And also, we say that I can write it as limit f of x when x, or can I read it as limit f of x when x approaches to a, it's equal L. And it could be one-sided limit, like limit f of x when x approaches to a from the right, it has only one side, or from the left, another side, or it could be two-sided limit, like when x approaches a from the right and x approaches a from the left. And we said also, how can we find the limit if it is going to be from the right or from the left? Did you solve this graph? Did you solve this one?
Yes, teacher.
This one? No.
No, it's not
I
solved.
think you.
No. I wrote down, but I didn't solve it. Okay, let's now solve this one here. I want now to find limit f of x when x approaches 1. I want now to find 1 from the right. Limit f of x when x approaches 1 from the left. I want to find f of 1 now. Let's now find this one. Now, limit f of x when x approaches 1 from the right. The first step, I have to draw like a vertical asymptotes on number 1. So, limit f of x when x approaches 1 from the right. This is 1. Where's 1? Where's the right hand? It is here. Here we have the right hand. So, if you look at this side here, the number is going to be 4. So, limit f of x when x approaches 1 from the right is going to be near 4. What about now the left hand? Here we have 1. What about the left hand? Look at the left hand. Look here now. You have to look at this side. Okay? What about 1 from the left side, left hand? It is 2. Now, limit f of x when x approaches to 1. If I want to solve or to find limit f of x when x equal 1. Or x, sorry, when x approaches to 1, I just look at the two-sided limit. Is when as the limit of the function, when it is going to be the right hand, is the same as the left hand, or is it from the one right to the one from the right is equal as the same as one from the left? Is 4 equal to 2? No. So I can say that limit f of x when x approaches to 1 is not existed. Why? Because the value of limit of x when x approaches to 1 from the right is not equal to the limit from the left. Now, f of 1, it's mean here that where's the close point? The close point, it's in the function. Here, did we have a black point or close point? Yes, it is this one. So f of 1, it is 3.
مس
Yes, Lana.
سوري بس شهد ما قدرت تدخل.
Now, so wait till interface.
تيتشر
Yes.
تيتشر وأنا كمان مش عارفة تدخل.
Where's Anne? No one asking me. Let's measure it. Okay, okay, thanks. Okay, now back. So, limit, when it is 1 from the right, it has a value of 4. And from the left, it is 2. But at exactly 1, it is equal 3. Now, is it the limit from the right hand, is it as the same as it from the left hand? No. So because of that, I will say that the limit is not existed. Let's see another example here. Look at this one. For the function in the figure 114, find the one-sided and the two-sided limits as x equal to a. Now, when here you have limit f of x when x equal to a from the right, limit f of x when x go to the a from the left, then I will have to now find limit f of x when x approaches a and f of a. Look at limit. Look at this graph here. For if I want to find limit f of x when x approaches a, but now from the right. Here is the right. So the limit for the y-axis is gonna to approaches near what? Near 2.
Mhm.
So I say that limit f of x when x approaches a from the right is 2. What about now from the left? Look here. It's the y approaches to b 2 also. Here is A, here is right, here is left. From the right, it's going to be 2. And from the left, it's going to be also 2. It approaches to be 2. So, since now, from the A from the limit A from the right is equal to A from the left, since they are equal, so I can say that limit f of x when x approaches to A is existed. Why it's existed? Because from the left is equal from the right, which is equal to. Okay, so now, since now, then the limit from the right is the same as the limit from the left, so I can say that this limit is existed and is equal to 2. What about now f of a, the function that when x exactly equal a, as you see here, when x exactly equal a, I will look at the black or the colored points or the closed, the colored points, sorry. Because, so since it is colored now, which is equal 3, so f of a is equal to 3. I will repeat, the limit here, when is, I said, x is going to be near a, is not close to a. It could be a from the, it could be greater than a or less than a. Less than a or greater than a, I will use the limit. But for the x exactly a, I have to use the function. Look at now this example here. For the function f, the graph in the accompanying figure, find limit f of x when x approaches 3 from the left now. Where's the 3? It is here. Now, 3 from the left. So I have to go here. Here is the left side. 3 from the left is at point -1. So limit f of x when x approaches 3 from the left is -1. Now, limit f of x when x approaches 3 from the right. Where is the 3 from the right? It is here. Where is the 3 from the right? It is at point, oh, it's equal to 3. Now this is A, this is B, now C. Limit f of x when x approaches to 3. Here he asked me about 3 without telling me from the right or from the left. So if he asked me about this type of limit, I have to go back to check the left hand and the right hand. The left hand, it's equal -1. And the right hand is equal to 3. Is it equal? Is it the same? No. So I will say that limit f of x when x approaches to 3 is not existed. Now, D. He asked me to find f at x exactly equal to 3. I will look now to the colored point at x equal 3. The answer is what? Or f of 3 equal what? Equal 1. Now, here you have this graph. I want you for 1 minute or 2 minutes to try to solve it. Then I will solve it with you. I will try to solve it for 1 minute, then I will go back. Okay, back. Sima, where's Sima?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, let's solve A. I want you to find limit f of x when x approaches 0 from the left. First,
-3. Oh,
here's 0. Where's 0 from the left?
-3.
Why negative 3? No, look here. Where's 0? Here is 0. The
Okay.
point approaches to be what?
0.
0, exactly. So the answer of A is 0.
Okay.
Thank you. Where
Teacher, why
is
0?
here? You have 0. This is a point 0. Okay? Look at
Okay.
0 from the left. At this graph here. The point
Okay.
approaches the point here. It approaches to be what?
0.
0. So the answer is 0. Now Najd, where is Najd? Najd, grade 12. Najd? Najd? Rana? Rana, grade 12.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Rana. I want you now to solve B. Limit f of x when x approaches 0 from the right now. Look at the yellow line here. The yellow line, look at 0 now, but from the right. Where's 0 from the right? What is its point?
2.
2, exactly, thank you. Because here, at point 0, it has a point, it has two values, 2 and 0, but 0 from the left and 2 from the right.
بس عادي أسألك
Yes.
سؤال.
Yes, Lana?
هلا
Yes, yes,
هلا
Lana.
ما فهمت شو فرق يعني الأولى 0 والثانية 0. طيب شو الفرق؟
No, طلعي 0, this is 0. Okay, I will clear. Here, this is 0. Now, to find the answer, just look at 0 here. 0, it has 2 points. But what is about the value of 0? The y, I mean the points on the y-axis of 0. What are the points? It could be 0, 0, and 0, 2.
Yes.
Here, the 0, it has 2 points. It could be 0, 0, and it could be 0, 2. Okay, 0, 2, if you look at the right hand, and 0 left, if you look at from the left, or if you look from the left side.
Okay.
Now, see, where is Shahid Abdullah, grade 12?
Yes, teacher.
Shahid, is limit, I want you to solve C now. Limit f of x when x approaches to 0. Is equal to what?
We will find 0 at the right and at the left. At the
Exactly.
right, yeah, it's 2. And at the left, it's 0. So it doesn't exist.
Thank you so much. So it is not existed. Are you Shahid grade 12?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. Because just I wrote the names. I want to show. Okay, now Lulu.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, hi Lulu.
Fine. Hi.
Yeah, let's solve D, Lulu. I want now 2 from the left. Look at 2 now. Where's 2? Draw like a vertical syntax on it. Okay, now 2, the y values of 2 here, it will be 0 sometimes, and the other times is what? It has 2 values. Is it right? Look at 2 here. This line is intersecting the 2 points, 0 and what?
2.
-2. Down here.
-2. أيوة.
This line like this.
أيوة.
Okay.
2 -2.
Intersect this. If you draw this line, this this intersecting. It's intersecting 2 lines. 0 and -2. Now I want now to look at 2, but from the left.
The answer -2.
Thank you. It's -2. Thank you. Now, Shahid Yasser.
Yes.
Now 2 from the right.
Two from the right is
Lulu, close the microphone, Habibti. Look here now. Now, and Sahtidal, she said that 2 from the left, 2 from the left is what? Is -2, because if you look here, it's -2. But the other point here is what?
is 2. 2.
How to? The y values.
-2.
-2 is for the left hand. Is there any value? Another value?
The
See, draw a line on x equal 2.
Okay.
Done? This 2 now, don't look at it because it is x. See, did you remember when you talk in the last grades, when you say f of x equal x plus 1 as an example? Which this one, it is as the same as y.
Yes.
And also, if you say limit f of x, or limit, sorry, x plus 1, so it is the same as y also. So here now, limit, it's the same, and I want you now to find the values of y.
Okay.
Okay? Like here, if I ask you about f of x, you find the value of y. And here also, like y, it's like the same as y when x plus 1, but here it's not exactly at x equal 1 or x equal a as an example. I want near a. The values of y near a. But not equal to it. If it's equal to it, the values of y equal to it, I look at the f of x. But near it, I looked at the limit. So limit, I want you to give me the values of the values, yes, of the y points, or the y values. So every time, just look at the y-axis.
Okay.
Yeah, that.
When the x is 2.
Yes, now x is 2. I have 2 points. Look here. -2 and 0.
Yes.
This line, the blue line, I draw it now, it intersects 2 points. 0 and 2.
Yes.
Yes.
The y is 0.
Exactly. Now the -2 is from where? From the left. I don't want from the left. I want from the right. From the right is equal what?
0.
0. Thank you. Shahid number 3. Shahid. Now this E now D E F. Shahid Hisham.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Shahid. I want to know you now to find limit f of x when x equal 2. Or approach to 2, sorry.
I don't know, teacher, because I haven't watched yesterday's video. I don't know.
Okay. طب stay with me يا شاهد. Look here now. When x
Okay.
is going to be, I want you now to find limit f of x when x approaches 2. Every time if I ask you about find limit f of x when x approaches 2, you have to find
Okay.
the two-sided. 2 from the left, 2 from the right, sorry, and 2 from the left.
Okay.
2 from the right, here is 2 from the right.
Yes, it's 0.
Told me it is 0. And
Okay.
the left here it was -2.
-2. Yes.
Is it as the same 0 as the same as -2?
No,
No. So I will say that it is not
doesn't exist.
exist or not exist. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
Teacher,
Yes.
can I solve the next one?
What's your name?
Next.
Najd. Where are you, Najd?
بس ما فيني افتح المايك لانه النت عندي شوي ضعيف.
Najd, I noticed something. After I say goodbye to the girls, I noticed that you are still on the class. That means you leave the the mobile or the iPad and go. That's why I called you today. Yes, yes,
لا يا
Najd.
مس النت عندي بكون ضعيف. حتى احيانا كلامك بيكون مقطع فما بسمع كويس.
طب okay, you can tell me on the chat or on the WhatsApp. Yes, teacher, I'm here, but I cannot hear you.
اوكي.
Okay, Najd.
اوكي.
هاي البيه الثاني الثالث بمنعك تدخلي الكلاس.
طيب.
Yes. Now, G.
It's equal to
4. Where's 4? I want now to draw a line at x equal 4. 4 from the left. Where's 4 from the left?
it's 2.
It is how to. Look at the y values. At point 4. What about the y values? This is what? 4.
Oh,
4 from the left, from the right. It is gonna to be 4. Okay. Mariam Hamdi. Mariam?
Teacher,
Mariam?
I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Teacher,
Yes, please. Yes, you can ask me. Wait, Mariam. Yes.
in G, it's 4 to the left, right? There is no line going to the left.
In G?
Yeah.
No. It's this one. Here is here is 4. Here is the left and here is the right.
Okay.
So from the left, it is 4.
Mhm.
Now, yes, Mariam.
Yes, miss.
Yeah. Now I want you now 4 from the right. From here, from the right.
4.
It's equal 4 also.
Yes.
Thank you.
4.
Now, Anne.
Teacher, she told me if you call her name, her mic is not working.
Okay. Sadan. Sadan.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, Adam. Limit f of x when x approaches 4. It existed or not existed?
Not existed.
Why? To tell me if it is existed or not existed, you have to check, is it from the right is equal the limit from the left? Is it the limit from the right is equal to the limit from the right from the left? Sadan?
Sir, can you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Okay. If you want to check, wait, please. If you want to check that limit f of x when x approaches to 4, I want to check two things. If it is existed or not existed. Okay? How can I check if it's existed or not existed? By going back and check the limits of f of x when x approaches 4 from the left. Is it equal limit f of x when x approaches 4 from the right? Look at limit f of x when x approaches 4 from the left. Here is 4. 4 from the left. It's going to be near what?
-2.
Here.
4. Sorry.
4. Thank you. And 4 from the right, it's going to be what?
Near 4 also.
4, thank you. Is 4 equal 4? Yes. So,
Yes.
it is existed.
It's existed. Okay, thank you.
Equal to 4. Thank you, Salam. Now, limit h of x when x approaches -1 from the left. Where's -1? This here.
Teacher, can I?
Lejane?
Yes.
Yes, Lejane. Limit h of x when x approaches to -1, but now from the left.
1.
1, thank you. So limit f of x when x approaches -1 from the right. Look here. Yes, I want to. At point -1. Here. Look at -1, but now from the left. The points are approaches to be 1. So the answer is 1. Now, limit f of x when x approaches -1, but now from the right. Now, if you look here at point -1, does it have 1 or 2 values? It has 2 values, here and here. The first one, it approaches, it means that the point is going to be from the left. And at point -2, the point is going to be from the right. So I say that -1 from the right, it is equal to -2. And at point -1 from the left, it is 1.
Teacher, can you repeat?
Okay. here. negative 1. Where is negative 1? It is here. Wait, please. I want to do something. Now, where is point negative 1? It is here. Here is negative 1. Okay. Now, at point this negative 1, how many y values for it? We have here 2 points. Look here. Can you draw, please, a line here? This line, it intersects 2 values of y. One is 1 and the other is negative 2. Okay. Now, for the first one here, negative 1 from the left. I will go back to the negative 1. Negative 1, here, as you know, here is left and here's right. Where's negative 1 from the left? It is this side. The points here are walking to go and stop near point what? Near point 1. So I can say that the answer is 1. Now negative 1, but now from the right. I will see here the points are going from the right and stop at point negative 2. So the answer here now is negative 2. Now limit h of x when x approaches to negative 1. I will check if it is the negative 1 from the right. Is it equal to the negative 1 from the left? No. Is negative 2 is equal to 1? No. So I will say that it is not existed. Another way, if you draw this line here, if we draw a line here, did you see that you intersect 2 points? This one and this one? That's because, it intersects 2 points, and these 2 points are not the same, so for sure the limits will not be existed. Did you remember in grade 4 and 5 when they told you that if it is 1 to 1, you can say it's a function? And if it has 2 values, it will not be a function, it will be a limit. And this limit now is not existed. Now h of negative 1, not at point negative 1. Did we have here a colored circle? Our colored points? Yes. It is this one at point